Hello, Johnny London here, once again. Now, these pallets were a bit of a find. They weren't too far away from me and I just popped them in the car, brought them back, and as you can see, they've had 3 coats of good quality. That is a fiver for 10 litres of shed and fence paint, dark brown naturally. So they're all ready to be converted into this week's project. It's going to be a fence essentially with some posts in between, but also I'm then going to make a little built-on bit for that, a little covered section where I can store wood, well mainly wood and any other items that I want to keep out of the worst of the elements. So I've already prepared the area that I'm going to be working in, so let's go over and take a look. It's the boundary to my neighbour's garden. I soon get cracking. Well, as you can see, I've just started digging the holes for the fence posts with my trusty small fence post spade. I've marked them all out so I know where they're going, and I should double check that obviously, but what I'm going to do is just hold the posts level, pour in a bit of post Crete, that's quick setting concrete, and that will provide the basis to then put the fence panels in between. So a couple more holes to go yet, let's crack on with that. I might be digging like a wuss, but it's all bits of broken up old china and brick and everything under there, honestly. Back at the first post, I make ready for the cement. Right, well I've filled the hole a third full of water. It's all leaking away, get some more. Well, that's about it. If it all looks a bit Heath Robinson, that's because it is. It's not bad actually. Just cover that cement mix over. Get some of it in the hole, London. Where's the next post? check the post to make sure it is true. Let's get a post in up this end. Well, I bet you're saying to yourself, those aren't very big posts. They're tall certainly, but not very wide, and those aren't very deep holes, and he's not using an awful lot of post crete. Well, because they're relatively small posts, they need relatively small holes. I've done the holes, you know, sort of yay deep, about a foot, and with a little bit around them, so I think that'll provide enough of a sort of concrete plug for the posts to sit in. I mean, yes, it's not going to be strong enough like if you were doing an incredibly long run of fence like this, but it's just a little corner section, as you can see, and I'm going to build out a canopy from this and put supports at the front, so it's going to be like a little open rectangle, like a little wood store anyway, and that'll give it the extra rigidity that it will need. So I'm perfectly confident that it will work out fine, and of course we'll see the result at the end, won't we? Now I'm just going to check my water level in the hole. It should be about 1/3. So when it's about 1/3 full of water, it's a bit too much in there at the moment. This hole isn't draining out very quickly. We'll give it 5 minutes. That's looking a bit better. Just as a little aside, these are the one thing I left in the attic when I was on the boat, because spirit levels, not always a lot of use on a boat, although I must say I did miss not having a very good quality sort of long straight edge, so I probably should have taken them with a set here. That one's super long, so would have been useful, but there you go. This is what I'm using, the old post crete, and in he goes. I've done rather a good hole for that one because it's the one on the end, but although as you can see it'll be sort of basically supported by the greenhouse, bolt it onto it if I wanted to anyway, but I've done it a bit better than the others because of where it is, so that's all fine. Water that in. Mud over the top. And give him one last check. That really is spot on, that, so that's good because that's the end one. Right, I have a tidy up finally. Well, there's still some way to go. Well, I reckon that'll do it for today, so I'm going to go and have some tea and biscuits and continue this tomorrow.